Tyler Allgeier finishes the season very strong. Day 3 running back, rookie pick for the Falcons. Looks like he could be the guy for them next year.
Third straight game with over 20 touches, 115 scrimmage yards in 3 of the past 4 games. He absolutely, of course, they give Cordero Patterson the cheapy touchdown. Why they couldn't have given Allgeier that touchdown. But it's clear that in a youth movement in Atlanta, like they suddenly have some nice pieces. They have Drake London. In theory, they have Kyle Pitts. You know, Ritter has been okay, and now Tyler Allgeier has absolutely taken over that backfield. He's going to be an interesting RB2 next year.
Jay, Drake London goes for 6 catches, 120 yards. Kind of makes you wonder if he had Desmond Ritter to start the season, he could have been an Offensive Rookie of the Year candidate, but a strong finish for London.
Yeah, Derek Carr's going to love throwing to him next year in Atlanta. I think like Drake London's got the talent where if things break right for him with the quarterback being brought in or just the play calling that we've seen the past month, then he could be a guy who finishes as a top 10 wide receiver next season. He's got that ceiling and talent.
All right, over in Indy, Barry, Zach Moss, over 20 fantasy points. He gets the heavy workload as you expected, 18 rushes, 114 yards, and the touchdown for Moss.
First 100-yard game of his career. If there's one thing Jeff Saturday did other than lose games, it's that he established the run. And Zach Moss averaged over 18 touches a game in the 4 games since Jonathan Taylor went down. He's, whatever. He's a backup next year, depending on where he lands.
7 out of 10 gag on that one.
Thank you.
In the same game, the Houston Texans.
Please judge all my jokes immediately afterwards.
Brandon Cooks decides it's time to play again. It was a weird year for Brandon Cooks, but a strong finish.
Can we get Brandon Cooks on the Ravens? Can we get him to a real team?
Go somewhere.
Yeah, he's got all the talent there. He will be viable as a wide receiver if he's on a real team next year.
Finally, guys, Brock Purdy, one of the craziest stories of the season. Mr. Irrelevant stays hot with another strong game where he throws for 3 touchdowns.
Since taking over in Week 13, he's the 10th best quarterback in fantasy on a points-per-game basis. Like, he's a top 10 guy. And, by the way, he not only did he lead the Niners to the playoffs, he gets Kyle Shanahan Coach of the Year. Kyle Shanahan should be Coach of the Year for what he's done with Brock Purdy. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBC Sports and RotoWorld.com. Just want to thank you so much for watching what you just watched, or at least being too lazy to click out of it after the autoplay just kept it going. So either way, thank you so much for just letting it scroll by your screen. And now I'd like to ask you respectfully, please subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel for the latest NFL news, fantasy headlines from RotoWorld, and betting analysis from NBC Sports Edge.